What's up, guys? Andres here, strongfamilymoney.com with my daily journal reading. Just got done with the gym. So failure, the act of failing, right? If you think of it as like a person, is looking for any chink in your armor they can find, right? It's looking for a reason to get you to fail, to get you to stop, to change your course. So it's looking for a little opening that you've left, so that it can stop you. So the only thing you can protect yourself, the only thing that will protect you is your will to succeed. So if your will to succeed is greater than the things that are going to try and get you to stop doing what you're doing, the failure trying to find that little hole in your armor, then you will get to your goal. So protect yourself and always to make every effort to make your will to succeed high, so you can get to your goals. Next, life is made up of things that define you, right? So you are who you are. I made a previous video on how we want to, give our kids give our kids what we didn't have, or not have them go through what we did and when we were children. And that could be bad in a way, because you are who you are because of what has happened to you, right? So you are a strong person. You're very diligent. You are a hard worker because what happened to you. So if you don't allow your kids to go through that, then they might not be that, those things that are good about you that came from the bad things that you went through, quote unquote. Same thing goes for, just your life in general, right? You are where you are and who you are because of what has happened. And on that same token, you can change what you're doing, who you're around, your job, how you think. You can change those things to have influence on where you're going, because all these outside influences and the path that you take, influence who you are at the end. So you can change all this stuff, and it really can improve your life, because you then take control of it. So calculate. So I give you a lot of financial tips. Calculate your net worth every 6 months. So make a list, right? My house, any 401k, any stocks, right? Savings, all this stuff. You want to make that column. And then I have a car payment, right? How much is left on that? I have a mortgage, so how much your house is worth minus the mortgage, and then credit card and all that stuff. So you want to take an inventory of your finances. You want to make sure that you have a positive net worth, obviously. And what you want to do is you have that number, and you want to every 6 months make it a point to try and grow that number, be it some small percentage, but you want it always to go up, be it by paying down debt or by increasing your assets. So you want to take an inventory every 6 months, make sure it goes up, and you'll be well on your way to financial independence, and hopefully retire before earlier than your parents did. That's my goal for sure. Financial priorities change over life. So you're single, you have one set of financial priorities. You do not want to take those into your marriage, right? Even if they're good, you might have to tweak them a little bit. You're married, but then for whatever reason you get separated, then your financial goals change, and you want to make sure you change those as your life changes. So you want to make sure your priorities change as your life does, because it doesn't matter how good or bad they are, they can be changed, they can be improved. And most of the time they're made under certain circumstances, and if you're not in those circumstances anymore, you really need to think about them and change them to get you straight on the path you're on financially, for in the whatever you want to call it, season of life, or phase of life that you're in. Take an inventory about how you feel about your job. Always make sure that the good list outweighs the bad. I'm about lists. I'm about, it's kind of like math, right? You want the one to be greater than the other. Some things cannot cancel out others, but it's a good way to list things and good and bad, and you want to make sure that there's a lot more good than there is bad, and you want to make sure that the good is a lot better than the bad. So if you take an inventory of your job, what you like, what you don't like, it may help you make a decision on whether or not you want to stay there, just based on obvious things that you write down. And you want to do this, every year, 18 months. Are there things that you can change, make an improvement, ask for a raise, change positions, right? Whatever, because you like your job. It just may not be in the area you're in. So take an inventory of your job. It'll help you decide if you want to stay there or not. So I'm all chalky. Just got done with the gym. That's what you've been watching during this whole episode, my gym session, squats. Anyway, my name's Andres. This is a Strong Family Money Show. Thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you guys next time.